Hello and welcome back to WWE 2K20 Universe Mode, and we are here on SmackDown, and we are starting things off today with some tag team action. The Street Profits are back on SmackDown, but before we get things going, as always, make sure to give us a subscribe, hit like on this video, and make sure to stay tuned. You do not want to miss out. We are almost at Clash of Champions. But let's get back to the action at hand in this one. The Street Profits making their return to SmackDown, looking to try and get themselves an opportunity at those SmackDown Tag Team Championships, but they're going to have to go through the former challengers for those championships, Ricochet and Ali. And I do know that Ricochet and Ali had some comments to us backstage before this match got started. New Day, you screwed us at SummerSlam. We had the match won till your dirty tactics distracted us, but we will not give up. We will get those belts from you, no matter what we have to do. Well, it looks like Ricochet and Ali certainly have not given up on getting those tag belts. They managed to get into the tag match at SummerSlam, and whoa, super kick straight away there from Ricochet. Not even taking a second. Not even waiting for the bell to really start. These two are going at it, going straight after Montez Ford right now. Well, they did say no matter what cost they would do this, they would end up getting those championship belts from the New Day. But it is true though, the New Day did employ some, I wouldn't necessarily say dirty tactics, but there was a distraction. Xavier Woods caused the distraction, which allowed Big E to be able to go and perform the double team maneuver of the midnight hour to get the victory over Ricochet and Ali. But I wouldn't necessarily call it dirty tactics like they did. It's not exactly the cleanest victory for the New Day, you have to be honest, with how it went down at SummerSlam. Ricochet and Ali are desperate to get themselves another opportunity at the New Day after what happened there, and they are certainly taking it to the Street Profits right now. Ali, flipping over into a powerbomb off of the ring skirting. And now what's Ali looking for here? He's up to the top. Trying to go for a drop kick there, not really landing it, but still landing on top of Montez. Probably not the way he intended that to go down, to be honest. Montez Ford using the opportunity to throw Ali back into the ring. Maybe this will be the turning point that the Street Profits need in this match, I say, and then Ali immediately gets a reversal against the knee to the chest of Montez Ford. Gets him in the corner with Ricochet, but Ford manages to reverse, preventing the tag. But Ricochet still manages to tag himself in anyway. Just no double team maneuver there from Ricochet and Ali. Sure, things haven't necessarily been that good for the Street Profits recently, but you can't look past their initial success here in Universe Mode, being able to defeat the Undisputed Era in a 3-on-2 handicap match, and then Angelo Dawkins defeating Adam Cole 1-on-1. You can't look past those successes they had very early on in Universe Mode, and sure, didn't work out for them. They didn't become the tag champions, and since then they have really struggled here in Universe Mode to be getting their place. But this could be the turning point they need if they get this big victory over Ricochet and Ali tonight. This could be what could put them back in contention, back in line for those SmackDown Tag Team Championships. But we are definitely looking at a more aggressive side of Ricochet and Ali here tonight. They are really taking it to the Street Profits. No messing around in this one. And the strength of Ricochet. Bridging suplex and then over the top into another massive move, just not letting go. And oh my goodness, a Phoenix Splash from Ricochet on to Angelo Dawkins, and only a 2 count for Ricochet. But he is not letting up in the slightest, both Ricochet and Ali. No stopping in these guys' attitude here tonight. And now wait a second, what is this? Ricochet taking him out to the second top rope. Hurricane into a powerbomb from Mustafa Ali. Brutal stuff there. Angelo Dawkins trying to get that tag. Manages to get the tag to Montez Ford, but Ali already on the top rope. Ali though jumps over the top of Ford. Ford ducks underneath, gets himself up to the top, and now reversing Ali, getting a punch to the face, and hoping this is the advantage to get them back in this. But Ali instead getting the reversal, and now taking Ford off his feet. This is definitely a new side of Ricochet and Ali. You got to think maybe that loss to New Day is just what they needed. They needed this to make them a stronger tag team, apparently. This is crazy. This is like not what I would expect from these guys. This is a lot more aggressive, a lot more in your face offense. And there was that rolling cutter there from Ali. Is that enough to put away Montez Ford? One. Only a 1 count because Dawkins managed to get back in the ring to break up the count. Let's get through what else we're going to be seeing on the card tonight. We're going to be having Tommaso Ciampa. Tommaso Ciampa is coming out here tonight to address his opponent for Clash of Champions. It's going to be very interesting what is said in that promo from Tommaso Ciampa. He's coming out for a match here against a mystery opponent, and then he was making a promo to discuss his challenger for Clash of Champions, because there's quite a few names in the mix for that championship, and for one you cannot look past Adam Cole. Last week Adam Cole getting that huge victory over Roman Reigns in the main event of SmackDown, and he has been on a roll after SummerSlam winning that 6-man tag against Roman, Keith Lee and Goldberg, and the week before that defeating John Cena. Adam Cole being on the roll. You got to think Tommaso Ciampa might not be able to look past Adam Cole in this one, but you never know. Maybe we'll find out later who is going to be his opponent or opponents for Clash of Champions. And also in our main event tonight, it is going to be a huge match. After last week, Buddy Murphy made his return to SmackDown. He took on Matt Riddle in our opening contest, but he may have got that victory, but it was not a good night for Murphy. Seth Rollins had not forgotten what had happened. Wait a second. Ford reversing that huge top rope move from Ricochet there. Ricochet managing to get it back into it. And oh my goodness, the recoil from Ricochet. Is that enough? Is that enough? Wait a second, Ricochet tagging into Ali. You know what they're going to be looking for here. He's up to the top. It is going to be the 054. And 054 from Ali. This time getting Angelo Dawkins off the ropes. Very smart indeed. And Ali now going for that pin for 1, 2. Oh my goodness, Montez Ford somehow kicking out of that. A recoil into a 054. And somehow Montez kicked out. And he just kicked up like it was nothing from that. Unbelievable there from Montez Ford, but as I was saying before, we will be seeing after Buddy Murphy's match with Matt Riddle last week, Seth Rollins had not forgotten what had happened. Seth Rollins came out, destroyed Murphy after the match, hit him with 2 curb stomps and then put him through the table with a Falcon Arrow. And this week in our main event, it is finally going to be time. It is time for these two to go 1-on-1 and potentially put this rivalry to an end. Prove who is the better man. Is the disciple better than the leader? Is the leader, the Messiah, better than the disciple? We will have to find out in our main event here tonight. For Montez Ford, trying to get back into this match right now. Looking to get the advantage back. He's definitely getting himself back into this right now. Wait and Ali, they're getting the reversal, catching Ford into the corner. And what is Ali looking for here? Oh, a cutter from the middle rope there onto Montez Ford. Now kicking Angelo Dawkins off the side again and running into Ford's huge dropkick, getting so much height right there. And now going up to the top rope. What is he thinking here? Big elbow drop to the back of Montez, but Montez manages to roll out of the way, getting out of the way of that big elbow drop. And now a drop kick from Montez Ford to Mustafa Ali. Ford desperately needing that tag right now, needing to get that tag to Angelo Dawkins. This is what he really needs right now. Desperate for that tag. Ford rolling outside the ring, trying to get back to his partner, but Ali will not allow it to happen. And now up the top rope he goes, and this is probably going to be it. You have to imagine. Is he going for it? Yes, he is. He turns around. 054. Is that enough to put away Ford? 1, 2, 3. Ali and Ricochet picking up the huge victory over the Street Profits here tonight. And they are not on this match until they are focused clearly on the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the New Day. They are focused on getting another opportunity at those Tag Team Championships, but we'll have to wait and see what Shane McMahon decides to be the championship match for Clash of Champions. We do not know yet who the New Day will be defending against, but we do know for certain the New Day will be defending those SmackDown Tag Team Championships at Clash of Champions. Because obviously at Clash of Champions, every single belt will be defended. Like I said earlier, we'll hear from Tommaso Ciampa later tonight, find out who his opponent is going to be. And of course in the women's division, Toni Storm has been given the opportunity by Shane McMahon to choose her own opponent. Last week Toni Storm put out a message to the entire SmackDown women's roster telling them that if they want an opportunity against her, then they are going to have to impress her over these next few weeks before Clash of Champions takes place. And while Bayley looking to take that opportunity this week, Sasha Banks proved that she was able to defeat Mia Yim last week. And now Bayley, the friend of Sasha Banks, is out here facing off against Dana Brooke here tonight. And one of these women proved themselves to Toni Storm to be the competitor. And the match started off strong. Bayley with a big top rope sent on there to Dana Brooke, and then ends up hitting the Bayley to belly to Brooke. It was very dominant for Bayley. 1, 2. Only a 2 count though. Dana Brooke somehow managed to kick out the Bayley for Bayley to belly. And Dana tried her hardest to get back into this. She tried so hard, but was unable to get herself back into this. Bayley ends up getting the roll up onto Dana Brooke. And it was a 3 count. Bayley managed to steal the victory over Dana Brooke here tonight. Dana, she was not happy about that one, but maybe that is enough to prove to Toni Storm that Bayley deserves a SmackDown Women's Championship match. We'll have to wait and see what Toni Storm decides. But next up in action, we have Tomasso Ciampa here. And Shane McMahon does have some news to share. Apparently, according to the actions of Johnny Gargano at SummerSlam when he, gave Tommaso Ciampa that belt, interfered in the match, he has now been banned. He has been suspended. Johnny Gargano's been suspended, but wait a second, Braun Strowman coming out here. Tommaso Ciampa was supposed to be having a match and then making an announcement here tonight. It was not supposed to be Braun Strowman that he was going against. Braun is out here attacking our Universal Champion. Braun Strowman desperately trying to get himself opportunities here in Universe mode. In case you didn't see last time's episode on SmackDown, after the main event, Adam Cole defeated Roman Reigns, but after that match happened, out came Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman destroyed both of those men, hitting them both with running power slams. And now this week, Braun Strowman coming out here attacking Tommaso Ciampa, who was supposed to be out here, have a match and then make a promo about who his challenger was supposed to be for Clash of Champions. But instead, Braun Strowman attacking Tommaso Ciampa with a chair to the back and now brutalising Ciampa here. And, oh come on Braun, this is not okay. Spearing Tommaso Ciampa through the barricade like that. That is not okay in the slightest. My goodness, you're going to get yourself suspended. Johnny Gargano is suspended just for interfering in a match. Sure, it was one of the main events of SummerSlam, but this isn't okay. You can't just come out here and destroy whoever you want and get what you want. Braun now going for a table. What is Braun Strowman thinking here? This is not the way to earn opportunities here on SmackDown, and you know Shane McMahon is not going to be happy about this. Got the strength of Strowman. You can't deny that strength just picking Tommaso Ciampa up over his head like that, like he is nothing. Unbelievable stuff there from Braun Strowman, and now Braun throwing Tommaso, just chucking him. You look at that height difference between these two. Braun Strowman so clearly outsizing Tommaso Ciampa, but Tommaso, he's still alive in this. He is not giving up. He is still managing to get in these cheap shots onto Braun, but wait a second, Tommaso. What is Tommaso? No, Braun Strowman getting a huge reversal, preventing whatever that was from Tommaso, and now, oh come on, not another one. Putting it through another barricade, and Tomasso Ciampa is not going to be in a good way after this. Braun Strowman destroying Tommaso Ciampa right now, our Universal Champion. This is ridiculous. This wasn't supposed to be happening. Tommaso Ciampa was scheduled for a match, and instead Braun Strowman coming out here, just destroying him, taking the attack to the Universal Champion. Wait a second, what is Braun Strowman thinking right here? Taking Tommaso Ciampa over to that announce table, and what is he thinking? Oh, come on, Braun, this is too far. This is far too far. Chokeslam through the table, and I guess we're not finding out who's facing Ciampa at Clash of Champions tonight. Unless Braun Strowman's message has been sent, but Shane McMahon is sure going to have some issues with this, you gotta think. But let's hear from what's been going on with The Miz. Miss me? Well, tough. I am on the set of my new feature film with my co-star and new best friend, Rusev. Miz the Movie, A Tale of Awesomeness, Part 1, starring future Oscar nominee The Miz and co-starring future Razzie Award winner Rusev. But don't worry, SmackDown, my feature has almost completed filming and soon SmackDown will be awesome again. Hey, what are you still doing here? Stop filming and get out now. Well, The Miz returning to SmackDown soon, apparently. The filming on his new feature film is almost finished, and The Miz looking to return to SmackDown sooner rather than later with his new best friend and co-star Rusev, apparently. Miz thinking quite a lot of himself, think he's going to be a future Oscar nominee, though, which is quite a bold statement there from The Miz. But at the moment being, we are getting into some tag team contest here. We are having some women's tag team contest between Kairi, Sane and Asuka teaming up to take on the Bella Twins. Whoever wins this match will be going forward to Monday Night Raw. And on Monday Night Raw, we'll be having a #1 contenders match for the women's tag team championships. One team from SmackDown, one team from Raw. And whoever wins that will be going on to face Dakota Kai and Nia Jax at Clash of Champions. But the Bella Twins making their debut here tonight in Universe mode. Going to be interesting whether they can defeat Asuka and Kairi Sane here tonight. Things started off well for Asuka and Kairi in this one. Asuka being able to dominate against Nikki Bella in the early beginning of this match, until Nikki managed to get the reversal and Asuka went for the tag and got a big build-up, a big turning point for the Bella Twins in this match. And Nikki Bella continued to take it to Asuka from this point onwards, until Asuka managed to pull it back, getting in that hip attack to Nikki Bella, going for the pinfall, but only being able to get a 1 count against Nikki Bella. Then it all came down to this, Asuka getting in that Asuka lock, and it looked like it was all over for the Bella Twins, but in came Brie Bella, breaking up the holes for Asuka, managing to save Nikki Bella. Bella getting back to her feet and being able to take out Asuka with a huge Alabama slammer onto Asuka right there. But Asuka managed to get in that Asuka lock once again for the second time in the match. And Kairi Sane wasn't able to prevent Brie Bella from breaking it up, but Nikki was in the Asuka lock for too long. She was out cold. All it took was Asuka to go and pin her. 1, 2, 3. Nikki Bella was out cold, and Asuka and Kairi Sane moving on to Monday Night Raw to go and fight in that #1 contenders match for the women's tag team championships. Who will they face? Well, you have to wait and see on Raw, as we do not know just yet who Raw has chosen. But onto our main event of the evening, and this one is very personal indeed. Murphy here, taking on his former messiah, Seth Rollins. He was under the spell, per se, of Rollins, believing everything that Rollins was telling him, and Rollins' word was God, basically. And Murphy, well, he eventually started to disagree with this after Seth took out all his frustrations on Murphy. Murphy cost Seth Rollins the Universal Championship. Unintentionally, it was a 6-man tag team match, and whoever would win would take all the championship belts, and unfortunately Murphy was pinned by the New Day. And from that point onwards, Seth Rollins started punishing Murphy on a weekly basis, hitting him with curb stomps, hitting him with ripcord knees, till Murphy one day had enough. He walked out on Seth Rollins. But Rollins didn't forget. Rollins came back to take out Murphy after Murphy made his return to SmackDown last week. And here we are, Rollins and Murphy, Disciple versus Messiah. Who is going to be able to pick up the big victory here tonight? The former Universal Champion Seth Rollins or Murphy? You got to say things aren't going to be looking very good for Murphy in this one. A 2-time Universal Champion in Seth Rollins. You can't really expect this to be an easy victory for Murphy, but Murphy could have picked up a lot of what Seth Rollins has. He knows him inside and out as being with him for such a long time. Oh, catching Rollins out of mid-air did Murphy right there. And now throwing Rollins back into the ring, and Murphy needs to take advantage of this, needing to always be taking advantage. He's got him up for a big power bomb to Seth Rollins right there. And you got to think, Murphy, he has seen everything that Seth Rollins has. He has seen it up close and personal. Obviously not in one-on-one contests, but in tag team contests and being outside the ring watching Rollins, he knows what he can do. And he has to be ready for that in this. But I can't look past Seth Rollins, the 2-time Universal Champion. You got to think he is going to do this. He's going to prove that he was rightly... Oh my goodness, shooting star press from Murphy onto Rollins. 1, 2. Ooh, 2 count for Murphy very early in this. But like I was saying, you got to think the Messiah is definitely the one who you'd expect to win this one. But Murphy has that fire within him right now, that fire to be able to get back at Rollins. Oh, huge kick and slap, but Rollins this time getting underneath the kick, taking Murphy off his feet. And Murphy getting out of there, not wanting to deal with this right now, and he needs to take a second to get his composure back. But Rollins not allowing Murphy to do that, going to the outside now. Oh, a butterfly suplex to Murphy on the outside. And now picking up Murphy, perhaps looking to get him back inside the ring, but instead Murphy getting the reversal on Rollins, chucking him to the side, and now Murphy back in the ring, climbing up to the top. And another shooting star press, but this time all the way from the ring to the outside onto Seth Rollins. Murphy really not leaving anything in the back pocket in this one. And now slamming Rollins' head into the ring post. My goodness, but you know all it takes is for Rollins to hit one curb stomp, one ripcord knee, and that is going to be a big issue for Rollins. For Murphy, I apologise. Murphy trying to go for the springboard drop kick there to Rollins, but Rollins moving out of the way, catching him off guard, trying to go for a super kick himself, but Murphy moving out of the way, and a short line lariat there to Seth Rollins. And wait a second, Murphy got Rollins up over the leg. Big move there from Buddy Murphy, and Rollins having to roll out of the ring, trying to catch his breath. Rollins gets back in the ring, but immediately caught by Murphy over the top into a big move there to Rollins. Now Rollins reversing him, taking him to the corner. This is such a personal match between these two. Really need to prove who is the better man here on SmackDown. And can Murphy be a 2-time Universal Champion? That would mean such huge, huge things for Murphy going forwards if he could do that. Rollins getting Murphy back out to his feet, with Murphy getting behind and now tacking to the back of the legs of Seth Rollins. Getting a cheeky little roll up there. And both of them back to their feet, looking at each other. Just catching each other's eye contact for a second. Must be very strange for Murphy. Fighting against his former Messiah. And wait a second. Oh, multiple attacks to the leg of Rollins right now from Murphy. And wait a second, Rollins. Who's coming out? Who is coming out right now? This is not... Okay. The other member of the Church of Rollins coming out here to distract Murphy while Rollins getting back to his feet. And Murphy, come on, you should not be distracted by this. Rollins, though, taking a second to get himself back to himself, and now a bulldog to Murphy. And is that enough? Was the distraction enough to get Rollins back into this? Murphy, though, catching him from behind, but Rollins reversing. Big punch to the face of Murphy, but Murphy getting Rollins over the top rope. And the referee starting the count, but you gotta know, Murphy is not gonna want a... Oh my goodness! Oh, running up, using that second rope as elevation to jump over onto Seth Rollins on the outside. My goodness. And trying to follow up with a big boot to Rollins. So Rollins managing to move out of the way. And now Murphy getting himself back into the ring. Murphy running into the ropes. A rebound lariat there to Rollins. Now calling him up to his feet. What is Murphy looking for here? The huge knee. But no, Rollins getting out of the way. Rollins managed to get out of the way with that big knee. So Murphy, what is Murphy thinking here? Over the knee once again. Working to the stomach of Seth Rollins. Looking to get rid of the air within him. Trying to wind Seth Rollins right now. And wait a second. Oh, the huge knee to the face. And that has got to be it. Seth Rollins has got to be out cold. He has got to be out cold from that huge knee from Murphy. And wait a second. Murphy going for another one to Rollins. Unbelievable. Rollins, it's got to be out on Murphy. Kneeling down to talk to Rollins for a second. Now Murphy, what is he thinking here? Going up to the top. Another. No, I thought he was going to go for another shooting star. Going for an elbow drop, but Rollins moving out of the way. And wait a second, curb stomp. Curb stomp from Rollins. This is going to be it. This is going to be it. That is going to be it. That's going to be enough to put away Murphy, surely. 1, 2, 3. No, Murphy kicked out 2.999. Murphy's still in this, and Rollins cannot believe it. I can't believe it. How on earth did Murphy kick out of a curb stomp? Wait a second, Murphy getting over the top and dropping Seth with a reverse DDT, waiting for him to get back to his feet. What is Murphy looking for here? The running knee to the face of Seth, taking him off his feet. He got it this time. Murphy hit the knee. And you know what he's thinking here. He is going to be thinking Murphy's Law. You got to think, well, no. Wait a second, no, Murphy hitting his own curb stomp to Seth Rollins. 1, 2, 3. Murphy's done it. Buddy Murphy has just pinned the 2-time Universal Champion Seth Rollins. Unbelievable. Well, I can confirm for you now that Murphy is... Shane McMahon has told me Murphy is now going to be going on to face EC3 for that Intercontinental Championship at Clash of Champions. And unbelievable here. What a scene. What a night for Murphy. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.